Hello, I'm Darcy.
And Brian.
And we are the Stay-at-Home Gamers. And tonight we're going to talk a bit about why we find gaming so important to do with our kids and why it's important to our family.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have any questions about family gaming, or if you have questions about like how we do it, things like that, please feel free to put those in the comments, and we will be looking to answer your questions throughout. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, why do you like to game with the kids?
It's fun. I mean, good fun teaching them games. You know, the things I did when I was a kid. I'm going to create a challenging player for the future.
Right? Essentially, it's just because we want to create our own gaming team.
Yeah.
Okay, that's only one reason. I mean, it's a great way to spend quality time together. It's one of my favorite reasons for doing it. It's more engaging than just sitting in front of the TV.
Mm-hmm. Granted,
I like our movie nights and stuff too, but I find it just a little bit more...
interactive.
Yes, interactive, fun. Get to know each other in different ways. You see a different side of people sometimes when you're playing games. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Just sometimes you see a different way that, like a different perspective, especially with the kids. Like things that I might not have thought of, like depending on how they choose to play something or answer something, it can give a little insight into how their little minds are working.
Yep.
So definitely quality time.
Mm-hmm.
And that just kind of like blends into creating memories with them.
Yeah, I remember some good games. Or showing them the game that I played when I was a kid and that they enjoy.
You've done that a few times.
I think so.
We have a couple of games that we were able to find that you used to play as a kid, and they like playing those.
Yeah, they held up.
We don't always remember who won.
No.
But the things that we remember are like the funny answer someone gave to something, and then sometimes it kind of becomes an inside joke.
Yeah.
And things like that. It gives them some really positive memories and experiences with us, especially before they turn into surly teens.
No, different games.
Right. And I mean, I know that you played a lot as a kid, just like I did.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of one of those things where it's always been a part of our lives. We used to game together before having kids, so it just kind of makes sense that we would game with our kids.
Yep.
We find it important because it's just part of our life.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like it's like you go out of your way to do it. It's just kind of there.
Mm-mm. I mean, I know that's not that way for everybody, and it doesn't have to be that way for everybody, but for us, it's just kind of part of daily life.
Yeah, it's how we like unwind and chill out sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely a good way to engage the kids in doing something between activities and things like that.
Yeah, a lot of quick ones. We can just jump in quickly.
Yeah, and it's just, like I said, instead of sitting in front of the TV, especially if they've been watching TV or playing video games for a while, it's nice to shift gears and play a board game and kind of get off the screens for a bit, but still be playing and having fun and that kind of thing. And there's just something, I mean, I love playing video games too, but there's just something different about getting together around the table to play a game.
Physical.
So it's just kind of, it's our way of life. So we're sharing that with the kids, and I mean, it's something that I would hope that they would want to do with their kids. Mm-hmm. And then we can have a whole family of gamers. Multi-generational gamers. But that would be kind of cool, right? Like I said, and entertainment. Like, I mean, it's a great way for us to do things together without having to spend a ton of money, without having,
some games
it can get expensive
the more
if
you play,
buy a
the
lot
cheaper
of games,
it is.
But yes, it has great replay value, so it essentially is affordable, even if it is...
Yeah, we'll have a lot of games for...
And I mean, you don't have to have a whole shelf full of games either.
If it was empty, we had to fill something.
But I mean, even if you just have a few like favorites, I mean...
Yeah, I mean, we play some of these way more often than the other ones.
Yeah. And it's just another instead of going out and doing stuff, it's another way to
be home.
Be home, but doing something, not just sitting around complaining
See
about being
our
bored.
date night video down here.
Yes, we have a video talking about how we board game for date nights. Sometimes at home, sometimes elsewhere, but yeah. And then, I mean, one of the other things too is we turned it into a vacation this year. We went to Origins with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not what they
a lot of these.
It's not what they would typically think of when we're like, let's have a family vacation. The kids are usually like thinking Disney World or like, for us, Wisconsin Dells, which we did go there too, but it was just a different way to have family time together, but game. Like, we took a road trip and surrounded ourselves with lots of other people who like games, surrounded ourselves with games. That was, it was a fun vacation.
Yep.
So, looking forward to doing that again next year. And gaming is a way to not only teach the kids skills, but keep our own brains sharp.
The rust off.
Because, no matter what I'm working on or doing, it's not the same as
it's not.
When they're in school and they're constantly having to do math facts and all these kinds of things. So it's nice to be able to get together and have something a little challenging, kind of brain burning sometimes, and then mix it in with games that are just amusing and enjoyable.
Much. Yeah.
But I mean, some people like to do crossword puzzles. I like to play board games. Keep my mind active.
Yeah.
Trying to reclaim that mom brain.
It's different muscle than during the day.
Yes. Those are kind of the main things that I was thinking of with why it's so important to us. But I mean, it really comes down to the quality time. I mean, that's probably the number one.
It's definitely helped, I think. Become closer, I guess, over the last
I would
few
think
months.
so. I mean, it's a great way not only for us to like bond with our kids, but for our kids to bond with each other.
Yeah, they'll just play a game in the morning sometimes on their own.
It's not always easy to get siblings to get along, or at least all the time. Well, they don't get along all the time. So
who does?
Don't make any mistake about that. But I think it's a really great way to engage the two of them together in doing things positively, especially when we started them on cooperative games.
Yeah, it does help.
Because they started wanting to play board games together, but then they were playing non-cooperative games, and then they were getting upset.
Someone had to win.
Yeah. They would get upset with each other because even if I won, like, they didn't want the other one finishing before them or whatever else. Now, they're able to work together as a team. We're able to work the whole family together as a team. And actually, sometimes we kind of take things from gaming to kind of help with other things. Like when we talk about, I mean, we don't have it like a straight out like experience points kind of chart sort of thing with leveling up, but they understand the concept of there's actions and things that you have to do to complete things in games. So sometimes we kind of translate that into the things that they need to do around the house.
Just work.
And sometimes I just relate it to something like that.
Yeah.
Like telling Xander that he needs to drink his slurp juice or something like that. Or anything with Minecraft. So, like, if I refer to things like that, like, he just thinks it's funny.
His eyes light up.
Yeah.
He's all into it.
For his school lunch the other day, when I packed his sandwich, I drew a creeper, like, on the sandwich bag. And so that was a nice little surprise for him. It's like, but that's a gaming tie-in for us.
There's a question.
Oh, there's a question. Okay, Sandy is asking, what are our current favorite games to play? Their kids are 16, 13, and 10, so they want to find games that they will all like. Well, I'm not sure if you've done some cooperative games with different ages. That is definitely...
Yeah.
Those are still good ones. Not like the preschool co-op, but like Pandemic. Thanos Rising. Forbidden Island. Mm-hmm. Those are some of our...
Thursday?
Yes, we're going to be playing Forbidden Island on Thursday.
There you go, we can watch that.
Those are some of our favorites because it's very puzzle-ish.
And you'll help each other, so if they're a little younger, that they'll still be able to find.
Yes. So, and then it's not as cutthroat. Because especially sometimes... You can be against a board game. You can be. But those are some really good ones because you have to think ahead and you have to think of how you guys are going to work together.
Mm-hmm. Special abilities and stuff.
Yeah. So those would be some...
There's Ticket to Ride or Domino ones. Queen King Domino are good.
Yes.
Very simple to learn.
Ticket to Ride, pretty much any of the Ticket to Rides, but if you want something quicker, Ticket to Ride New York is perfect because it's like 15-20 minutes. And that's like 4 players. And then King Domino, Queen Domino, those are really good too. And they might seem kind of simple in how the gameplay actually works, but there's some real strategic thinking and placement of your tiles. So it's a good, brain burning kind of one.
A lot of these are...
Trying to think what else I would recommend for you guys. Dragonwood. I would recommend Dragonwood as well. It's cards and dice.
Meyer, right? Target?
Yeah,
it's not one of those places.
Yeah, that one is actually pretty easy to get. It's by Game Right. It's not very expensive. And it's also on Amazon too, and it's not very expensive. But that's a good one. It's kind of role-playing-ish. Like it's not like
a dungeon crawler in a way.
Right. It's not as deep as like Dungeons and Dragons. No. But you're basically an adventurer like in the woods, but you have cards and then you have to roll dice to be able to beat.
Yeah, it's like matching colors and was it
like
cards
numbers.
in order or cards the same cards or same colors?
Yeah, it depends on the type of attack.
So it's a card based game in terms of
yeah. But that one's a good one for like different ranges. Mm-hmm. And then one of our other favorites is Hero Realms.
That would be good too.
Which is a deck building game, and pretty much any deck building game you guys would probably enjoy. I know there's some different ones that are like, I think there's DC Comic one and stuff like that, so depending on like a theme that you guys might enjoy, but those are really good because everyone starts with like the same set of cards, but then during the gameplay you're buying different cards and then you're like fighting against each other, but there's also some different team play that you can do and things like that, so those would be some of them that I'd recommend.
Yeah, on that post about Gen Con, there's probably a whole bunch.
Yes. I was just trying to think of some that I definitely would think would be...
It was like 30 or something.
Yeah, and those were a lot of them were like ones that some of them we hadn't played yet, but we were very interested in. But those would be some that might have been more than you needed right now. But if you have any questions like about any of those specific ones, I'm totally happy to talk with you a little bit more about those.
And we have some playthroughs on some of those games.
Yes, we do have some videos on YouTube with playthroughs of a lot of those games. So if it helps to kind of like see, even if you don't watch the entire, the entire game, but if you just kind of see like a few rounds or turns, just kind of get a sense of if you think that's something that you guys would enjoy playing, that's a good way to see it too, so that you can see the game in action.
Yep.
Thanks so much for your question.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are some of the reasons why we find it important to us.
It's a staple of our life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but what we were saying with the kids, with their bonding together, I do think that's besides building a connection, parents and kids building connections, it's a really great way for siblings to build connections.
And we're also building connections with other families.
Yes, and with other families. We've got friends that we have game nights with the adults and the kids, so it's a good way for all of us to hang out and connect. It'd be great to pull the grandparents in a little bit more too, but
my parents play. We just have to find time.
Yeah, and sometimes we play something a little different. Yes, but some people's grandparents might not be as used to playing games. But there's
just definitely some like gateway ones.
And even something like
So a lot of these, they didn't sell at like major retailers, so most people aren't aware of them.
Right.
And Amazon makes it easier now, but back then, you had to order from a book or something.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely with online, with Amazon and stuff, it's much easier to find some of the lesser known titles that if you're not super up on the new releases and things like that. I don't feel as prepared right now.
It's game time.
I do. I was working on editing a video until pretty late-ish. Mostly because I was behind earlier today. Well, I volunteered in the classroom, so...
Yeah.
I didn't get to play games, but I helped them with their art projects.
Next time you have to bring a game in.
That would be fun. I would like to do that. And speaking of quality time and building connections, did you see our special announcement?
Oh, yeah. I did.
I'm so glad you saw it. So in case you did not see the special announcement video, we were kind of letting you know just a little bit, not for a lot of details yet, but letting you know that we are getting ready to launch our family game box, and it will be ready in time for the holidays. So if you want to keep up with knowing kind of what to expect in the box, when it's coming, all that kind of stuff, get an opportunity to save a bit on the first order, then you will want to sign up for the newsletter. And somewhere on this page there is a button that says sign up. You click it and it will take you to a page and you can put in your email, and then I'll be able to keep in touch with you about that. So
sounds awesome.
We're very excited about it. The kids are excited about helping with it too, because you know they're going to...
Told are excited about it?
Yes. We have, I was going to say in real life friends, but you know what I mean. We have
physical.
We have physical friends, not just our virtual friends that live on the other side of the webcam. Don't you see them over there? But yeah, we've talked with some of our friends that live locally to us about it as well, and they're looking forward to it, and I'm very excited to be able to share this with people and to help other people have as much enjoyment with family game time as we do. So I'm hoping that you saw it, but if you didn't, that's okay.
On this page, it's on our YouTube channel.
Yes, and if you didn't watch it, it's totally okay. Just sign up. Where I don't know where the button is when I'm on the screen right now.
Depends where you're watching it.
That's true. You probably wouldn't see it on your phone.
No.
But on our Facebook page, like right under the cover photo, there is a button that says sign up. I did that today. So that links directly to the email. So you don't have to find the special announcement for the link.
Awesome.
And then tomorrow we have a...
Tomorrow on scheduled?
I love your like supportive reactions here.
That's what I'm doing.
Can you just follow me around?
McMahon.
Just follow me around all day.
Is that too old for people?
I don't think they're going to know who that
Conan guy again. What's his name?
The who
Andy
guy?
Richter. I'm your Andy Richter.
You can just follow me around doing that like all day long whenever I do something. I mean, the little guy is kind of like that for me all the times. He's always like, ooh.
Where'd you get it from?
I don't know. I have no idea where he picked that up from. But tomorrow we have a special guest. My friend Gina from Money Wise Moms is going to be coming on and talking about how to save money on board games and building your collection. Because her family does a lot of gaming as well, and they have built their collection. They have a lot of games, and she has lots of great savings tips in general, but she's going to help share some specifically on saving money when you're getting board games. So I'm excited about that, and working on scheduling some other special guests over the next few weeks. So that's exciting. And if you want to be a special guest,
you don't have to have anything special. Just want to talk about games, we'll do it.
Right. Just let us know. Message us or whatever, and we will chit chat about that and chit chat together. So, and then Thursday we are going to be playing Forbidden Island live here on Facebook at our usual time, 9 p.m. Central.
Keep our streak alive. We've been on a roll.
We have been.
Pandemic and then escape.
You
twice.
probably just cursed us and we're going to lose now.
So watch, we'll lose. Even better.
Yeah, because escape, we've won both of them.
Even though you couldn't talk.
That was interesting. If you haven't watched that, that was very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we're going to be playing Forbidden Island. That's a cooperative game for 2 to 4 players. It's just going to be the two of us because at this time the kids are sleeping. They are in their bedrooms, not always asleep, but that they're supposed to be because they've been in there for a while. And then next Tuesday, we're going to talk... Is this too much schedule stuff?
Only a week.
So, and the next Tuesday, we are going to talk about how we got into gaming. So, we kind of alluded to that a little bit about how we have gamed since our childhood, but I didn't want to go off in a completely different tangent with that tonight. So, we will talk a little bit more about that.
I'd love to hear how you got started in gaming, too.
Yes.
Was it us?
Did we inspire you? But we would love, or was it because you were playing games with us? But we want to talk a little bit about that and how we kind of got, how we got into it, how we got started, and it'll be some retro gaming reminiscing, basically. But, and then especially if you used to game like in the late 80s and early 90s, you might enjoy reminiscing along with us. So, be here for that.
Same time.
Same channel. If you do have any other questions, even if this is a replay, if you're watching on the replay, please feel free to leave them in the comments and we will respond to you. And you can also private message us on the page as well and we will respond to you.
Tweet to us.
You can tweet to us too.
We're everywhere.
But yeah, and then don't forget to sign up for the email newsletter.
Don't miss it.
Because there's going to be some good stuff. I'm working hard on that. So, I don't know if there's anything else that you had.
Not all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
Trying to move my leg.
Oh, like don't run away yet. So thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you at the next game.
Thank you.